Welcome to the Kalahari. Big sky, pretty grass, and a desert that chews optimism like jerky. Our nice people show up with nicer intentions, and the place smiles back with teeth. This is Andrew. Clean shirt, clean soul, the guy who still believes bandages and decency can outmuscle chaos. Beside him, Sue, steady eyes, steady heart, the reason he still pretends the universe is fair. They're doing good work until men with guns deliver a very short sermon. Leave now. Bags hit the dirt. Choices hit zero, and everyone crams into a bush plane held together by hope and rust. Meet Grun, the pilot. His face says, "Trust me." The plane says, "Please don't." A local guide squeezes in. A kid in a red shirt still believes luck is a plan. And a pretty boy thinks beauty is a survival skill. Spoiler, the desert doesn't rate beauty. Engines whine. The sky shrugs. The fuselage rattles like it owes the wind money. Then the ground stands up to say hello. Hard. Metal screams. Dust explodes. The cockpit tears away like a bad promise. Some people never move again. Andrew does. Sue is alive. Barely. Pinned under a bent throne of aluminum. Grun barks orders because men like him confuse volume with leadership. Reserve. Lions. Move, excellent plan, Captain. One problem. Sue isn't going anywhere. Andrew refuses to leave. That's not stubbornness, that's spine. The others stagger into the heat to find help, which is a cute phrase for walking toward dehydration with attitude. Out there, the sun taxes every breath. Water becomes myth. Shade becomes religion. Patience expires faster than skin. Accusations fly. A gun flashes. One genius storms off alone because his ego downloaded a fake map. Meanwhile, Andrew digs through the wreck and finds the truth that dragged them out of the sky. Rhino horns. Not medicine, not charity, contraband. So our pilot wasn't hauling hope, he was hauling greed. Overweight plane, underweight conscience. Congratulations, Grun. Gravity accepts your donation. By evening, the brave expedition returns to exactly where it started. The desert is a circle, and they've been walking the drain. Then the knife in the heart. Sue is gone, not peacefully. Lions don't do lullabies. They came quiet, left loud, and Andrew's world empties in one breath. He goes for Grun's throat because grief needs a target that can bleed. A flare gun cracks. Andrew drops. The last flare hisses into the dark. Night arrives like a debt collector. 3 cram into the torn cockpit. One poor soul babysits a dying fire. You know this story. Blink, the fire's ash. The bushes breathe, and the night opens its yellow eyes. The scream is short. The dragging is longer. The desert closes a tab. Inside, the place adds interest. A snake slips in, because of course it does, and buries a fang in the guide's leg. Panic, knife, blood, and finally, competence. Andrew cuts, sucks, spits, and steals a point back from the abyss. The cockpit smells like fear and metal, but the guide lives. Barely. Dawn limps in to count survivors. 3. Andrew scraped hollow. Grun, too stubborn to die, the guide upright by a thread. Salvation rolls up with headlights and rifles, not rescuers, the owners of those horns. Their theology is simple. You stole, you die. One shot later, the guide pays in full. Andrew and Grun kneel with sand in their teeth, while 2 guards debate whether boredom or cruelty is more fun. Grun chooses violence before they do. Fast hands, dirty tricks, bones making that very final sound. 2 bodies hit dust. Not heroism. Instinct. Still useful. They move. Walk is generous, it's a survival drag. The land changes costume, open grass to broken rock, while the sun keeps the same expression, contempt. And then the real landlords arrive again, casual and inevitable. Lions do not negotiate. Grun, professional disaster and part-time coward, finds 1 coin of decency left in his pockets and spends it. He steps out, yells, waves his life like bait. The pride accepts the trade. Andrew gets 10 stolen seconds, and sometimes that's what survival is. Theft from something bigger than you. He staggers until staggering ends, collapses. The sky finally remembers mercy. The first drop hits dust like a drum. Thunder peels the hyenas off him like a bouncer, and rain pours like an apology that shows up late but still does the job. In that cold sheet of water, Sue returns. Not in flesh, but in the way that matters when you're broken. Memory that holds, voice that doesn't leave. He reaches for her and finds breath instead. Morning brings people without guns and without lies. They lift what's left of him into the world of the living. He is saved. Everyone else paid. Here's the ledger. Love versus nature, conscience versus profit, man versus beast. Remembering the beast lives in the grass and in your chest. Andrew walks out breathing, and the desert keeps its lesson. The world owes you nothing. If you're drawing air, you're already ahead. Don't trust postcards. Don't trust shortcuts. And never, ever board a plane weighted with someone else's horns.